Hi guys, today we are going to see how you can speed up your WordPress website. Let's say you have a website and when someone opens your site, it takes a long time to open and your users are forced to wait for each page to load. Now what if you want to speed up your site and make it load faster? You can do that by watching this video. So after watching this video, you will be able to increase the speed of your site by up to 2 times its current speed. And when a visitor opens your site will load quickly and all your pages will load faster. Now having a fast website is very important because if your site is slow, your visitors might leave your site and you might also lose revenue. Now if you have a fast website, there is more chance for your site to get ranked on Google and you will get more traffic. Okay, so in this video, we're going to see the different ways in which you can speed up your website, and we'll also compare the before and after speed of our website and see how our site performs. Okay, I'm Brian from Website Learners and let's get started. First, let's see our site.
So here it is. Now to speed up our site, first, let's check the speed of our website. So to do that, just click the link below this video and it will take you to this page. This is the site which will help us check the speed of our website. So to check it, you need to enter the URL of your site here. So let's go to our site. Copy this URL. And then paste it here. Now if we click test, you can see that we have got the load time of our website. The load time indicates how long it takes for your website to completely load when a visitor opens your site. Here you can see that we have the load time as 3 seconds. This means our site takes 3 seconds to load completely. Okay, now you know the speed of our site. Next, let's see how you can increase the speed of your site. So to speed up your site, we're going to see 4 different ways. The first way is to reduce the size of the images on your website. Now when someone visits your site, the site will take time to load all the images on your site and then display them. So in order to make our site load faster, we need to reduce the size of our images. And here you can see that we have the page size. Page size is the size of the page on our website. Now if you reduce the size of our images, our page size will also be reduced and our site will load faster. Okay, next, let's see how you can reduce the size of images on your site. So to reduce the size of images, first, let's note down these results. We will need this later while comparing the speed of our site. Once you're done, let's go to our site. Now to check the size of an image, just right-click on the image and click Inspect. Here you can see that we have got the link to the image. Now if you go here, you can see the size of the image. Okay, now to reduce the size of the images, first we need to install a plugin in WordPress. So to install the plugin, let's go to our WordPress dashboard. Now go to Plugins and click Add New. Now here, search for 𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗹𝗲. And you will get this plugin. Now this is the plugin which will help us to reduce the image size. So to install the plugin, let's click Install and then click Activate. So now we have successfully installed the plugin. And you can see that we have a new item called 𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗹𝗲. Once you have installed the plugin, now to reduce the size of the images, click 𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗹𝗲. Now click Images. And here you can see that we have got all the images on our site. Now to reduce the size of the images, just enable this option. Click Select All. And then click Compress the selected images. Now as soon as you click Compress, the size of your images will be reduced. So to check that, let's go back to our site and click refresh. Now right click on an image and click inspect. Now if you go here, you can see that the size of the image has been reduced. Okay, now if you go to the site, you can see that this was a load time before reducing the size of the images. Now, let's again test the speed of our site. And we have got the load time and the page size of our site. Now if we check with our previous results, you can see that our load time and the page size has been reduced. This means our site will load faster than before. So this is how you can reduce the size of the images on your site.
Okay, so now we have successfully reduced the size of images on your site. Once you're done, now let's say you want to add more images to your site, and whenever you add an image, you want to automatically reduce the size of the images. How do we do that? So now let's see how you can automatically reduce the size of new images.
To do that, let's go to our dashboard. Now here you can see that we have an option called Automatically Compress Newly Added Images. So let's enable it. Now whenever you add a new image, the size of the image will be reduced automatically. Okay, so this is how you can reduce the size of the images on your site. Next, let's go to the second way to speed up your website, which is to enable page cache on our site. First, let's see how the cache works. Now when someone visits your site, it takes time for the hosting provider to bring that data from your site to your visitor. So this will take more time for our site to load. Once you enable cache, a copy of our website data will be saved in WordPress, and when a customer visits your site, the copy of the data will be sent to your visitor and our site will load faster. Okay, now let's see how you can enable cache on your site. So to enable cache on your site, let's go to our dashboard. Here you can see that we have an option called cache. Let's click here and enable this option. Okay, so now we have successfully enabled page caching. Once you're done, let's check the speed of our site. So let's go back to this tab and click test. As you can see, we have got the result. Now if we check our previous results, you can see that this was our previous load time. And after enabling page cache, you can see that the load time has been reduced. So this means our site will now load faster. Okay, so this is how you can enable page cache on your website. Next, let's go to the third way to speed up your site, which is to use good hosting for your website. The hosting company of your site plays an important role in the speed of your site. To understand this, first, let's see what is the hosting server. A hosting server is the place where all the data of your site will be stored. So when someone opens your website, all your data from the server will be given to your visitor. Now if you have a high performance server, your site will load faster and your data will reach your customers quickly. So it is important to choose a good hosting server which will load your site faster.
We recommend you to use Webspacekit hosting as it has high performance servers and your site will load faster. Now if you want to host your site on Webspacekit, you can do that by watching this video. Okay, once you choose a good hosting company, it is very important to select the hosting server which is closest to your visitors.
Now let's say your server is in USA and your visitors are in India. Now if you try to open your site, it will take more time for the data to reach them from your server. So your site will take a longer time to load. Now if you select your server in India, when your visitors open your site, it will load much faster. So in order to load your site much faster, make sure you select the server which is nearest to your visitors. Now if you see here, our location has been selected as India. So if we click here and change the location to USA and click test, you can see that the load time has increased for this location. This means our site takes longer to load in USA. Now if you change the location again, you can see that the load time is different. This is because our server is not located at these places. Since I have my visitors in India, I have selected my server in India. So if I change the location to India, you can see that our site loads much faster and also the data will reach the visitors quickly. So make sure you select the server that is placed near your visitors. Okay, next, let's go to the final way to speed up your site, which is to use CDN. Now, let's see what is CDN. CDN is known as Content Delivery Network. It is a group of servers which is available anywhere around the world. Just like your hosting server, CDN can be used to store your website data. As we saw earlier, if your visitors are far away from your server, it will take longer for your site to load. So instead of this, if you connect your site with CDN, which is available all across the world, a copy of your website will be stored in the CDN servers. And if a visitor opens your site, your website data will be taken from the nearest CDN, which makes your site load faster. Okay, so this is how CDN works. Now let's see how you can add your site to CDN. We are going to do 3 steps. The first step is to create an account on Cloudflare. So to create an account on Cloudflare, let's open a new tab and then go to cloudflare.com. This is the site that is going to help us add a site to CDN. Now click sign up. Here enter your email address and a password. And then click create account. Okay, once you've created the account, we can now go to step 2, which is to connect your website to Cloudflare. So to connect your site to Cloudflare, first you need to add your site to this Cloudflare account. So to add your site, click add site. Now here you need to enter your website's URL. So to get the URL, let's go to our site. Copy this URL. Go back to Cloudflare and paste it here. Now click add site and it will take you to this page. Here, you need to choose a plan for your account. I'm going to select this free plan. Click continue. Now again click continue. Okay, we have now successfully added our site to the Cloudflare account. Once you've done that, you will get these details. Now in order to connect your site to Cloudflare, you need to add these details to your hosting account. So to add these details, let's go to our hosting account. Now as I have my site hosted with GoDaddy, I'm going to go there. So let's go to GoDaddy. So to sign in, let's click here. And then log into your account. Now to add the details, just click DNS. And it will take you to this page. Now scroll down, click change. And then click enter my own name server. Now, here you need to copy these details and paste it here. First, let's copy this and paste it here. Then copy this and paste it here. Now click save. Once you've added these details, let's go back to Cloudflare. Now click check name servers. Then click get started. And it will take you to this page. Now to connect your site to Cloudflare, you need to complete these steps. Now here it will ask you to configure your domain settings. So to configure your domain, click Save. Now to secure your connection with HTTPS, just enable this option and click Save. Now again click Save and click Save again. Once you've done that, finally click Finish. Now to check if the name servers are changed, let's click Check Name Servers and you will get this message. Now if you click Refresh here you can see that we have got this message, which means we have now successfully connected our site to Cloudflare. Now if you don't see this message immediately, try refreshing after some time. Okay, once you've done that, next we need to verify our email. So to verify our email, let's go to our inbox. As you can see, we have received an email from Cloudflare. Let's open it. Now to verify our email, just click this link. And as you can see, our email has been successfully verified. Once you verified your email, we can now go to the final step of adding a site to CDN, which is to install the Cloudflare plugin in WordPress. This is the plugin which is going to help us connect our Cloudflare account with our website. So to install the plugin, let's go to our WordPress dashboard. Then go to Plugins and click Add New. Now search for Cloudflare and you will get this plugin. So to install this plugin, just click Install and then click Activate. So now we have successfully installed the plugin. Once you have installed the plugin, now to connect an account, just click Settings. Now here it will ask you to sign in to your Cloudflare account. So to sign in, let's click here and then enter your email address. Now here you need to enter an API key. So to get the key, just click here and it will take you to our Cloudflare account. Now to get the key, click API Tokens and click View. Here you can see that we have now got the API key. So let's copy it. Then go back to this tab and paste it here. Now click Save. Okay. So now we have successfully added our website to CDN and our site will load faster from anywhere around the world. So to check that, let's go to this tab. Now this is the previous load time of our site in India. If we click Test, you can see that the load time has been reduced and our site loads faster. Okay, now let's check the load time by changing the location. To do that, just click here. Now if we select USA, you can see that our load time is lesser than before. So this means our site will load faster from anywhere around the world.
Okay, this is how you can add CDN to speed up your website. So that's it guys. Now you know the different ways to speed up your site. Now if you want to know the advanced ways to speed up your website, you can get our course by clicking this link. Also make sure you click the subscribe button to see more videos from us. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.